Pool Perfect Max from Natural Chemistry is the premier weekly maintenance product for all pools. This 3-in-1 technology enhances clarity, maximizes pool program efficiency, and prevents problems. Take every pool care program to the max with Pool Perfect Max.
So I'm really excited about something. Can I tell you?
Sure. What you got going on?
All right. So you know how I love a good enzyme. I just love enzymes.
Yes.
It's well known. It's a well known fact.
It is well known. It is written. It is. They speak of this across the world of Andrea's love for enzymes.
That's correct.
In dark and seedy places and
mostly gross looking pools. Anyway, so I've been having an issue with my big pool where they didn't see the benefit. Let's just put it that way. They didn't see the benefit. They did not see it. They didn't see the benefit, making up for the cost. Right.
That's a salesperson problem right there.
I know that. Anyway, we'll get there. Or maybe,
okay.
Excuse me, maybe Heather could talk about it or something.
Heather's not here.
She can talk about it on her show. So, or Kelly or Dan, whatever. I don't know. We'll get there. So anyway, you got me I'm excited to talk about enzymes. So last year I was doing this pool and I had convinced them I was doing about a gallon a month. Now this is my big pool. This is the 186.
A gallon of enzymes a month?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm sure that was kind of not really the correct dose, but it was working for the pool. So I started to get complaints this past summer about the tiles are looking dirty. And so they stopped paying for the enzymes probably maybe 6 months ago, I would say. And they just, like I said, they didn't see why they should have to pay for it. Why it was being needed, especially since it's like a consumable, So anyway, like I said, I'm getting the complaints, the tile's dirty. There's algae periodically, even though I have, decent chlorine supply. But I've been getting some black algae and at times more birds are showing up. So I said to the manager today.
More birds are showing up?
Yeah, more birds. So I said to the manager today, so do you guys remember last year when I was putting a gallon of enzymes a month in this pool, and then I was throwing about a half a gallon in the other pool because this place has 3 bodies of water. And I said, no one was complaining about the tile. No one was complaining about algae in the pool. No one was complaining about black algae. No one was complaining about, and pretty much anything. I mean, there were complaints here and there. I was like, guess what I was doing differently? I had enzymes. I was using enzymes. So
enzymes, of course.
Guess what happened? Enzyme treatment approved.
Enzyme, what happened to your whole toilet bowl story?
Oh, do you want me to tell you that? Okay, so
that's the salesperson part of this, not what you just told me. Yeah.
Oh, so see, I'm like Tommy Boy. That I need to get my wings sail.
Boy, you're like Water Boy. You're kind of like you got hit in the head or something.
I am like the Water Boy. Shut up. Okay, so I said, when you clean your toilet, do you just take a dry sponge, dip it in the toilet water, and then just scrub the toilet like that and then call it a day and be done? No, that's disgusting. The pool's the same way. You need to have some kind of chemical that's going to break down that disgusting buildup that you're complaining about. Otherwise, what's it going to do? Just go right back in the water, and it's going to put a demand on your chlorine again, in addition to all the demand that's already there. So no, you don't scrub your toilet with just a dry sponge, in case anybody
That's not even
does that.
schmutz or gack. That's a whole different thing. So, and I heard this this was one of those Abraham things on The Walking Dead, but I'll throw it out there at you. Why are dingleberries brown?
What?
That's just how shit is.
Yeah, see?
You know what? It makes perfect sense, except for the whole grabbing the sponge and sticking your hand in the toilet thing. I'm not a fan of that. Do you have on gloves or something?
Well, you're doing the same thing in a pool. It's the same thing. It's just that, you don't
I think
flush
it's a little bit
pool.
more intense in a toilet.
See, you get my point. I
got your point. Yes. And enzymes are the answer. Now, why do you think more birds are showing up? Is this like an Alfred Hitchcock Day of the Birds thing you have going on? Or you're talking just a couple more?
No, I'm talking about there was a point where, so this pool had those.
Is there a point?
There is a point. I always have a point. It just might take me a while to get there, and I might forget it a couple of times
Now,
along
you
the way.
made your point, but I want to know about the birds here. So the lane dividers kept the birds out?
No. The birds could land on the lane dividers and sit on them.
Okay.
And then they would shit while they were sitting on the lane dividers. And so I would have a line of bird shit down the pool. Down like the
because
whole pool.
they sit and shit.
They sit and shit. They shit and sit.
Okay.
So now what's happening, I got them to remove the lane dividers, all except one. But now what happens is this is a gutter style ledge, not the channel style that I can't stand, that I would insult the person's mother who invented them if they were in front of me. No, this is the flat ledge. So what happens is when there are like ants and bugs and stuff that float along on the surface and then get washed over to the ledge, the birds stand on the edge of the pool and jump down because the water is shallow enough for their little bird legs. So they jump down onto the gutter ledge to eat all the bugs, and then they shit while they're eating, which is gross.
So they sit and shit on the lane lines, and then they eat and shit in the gutters.
Correct. And the enzymes, as we all know, as I have said many times before, detracts birds from wanting to go into your pool.
Like a friggin' catapult.
I wish.
It just rockets their asses at
That would be so funny.
Every time a bird hits the water, it's
that would be hilarious.
into something. Well, I'm glad you got your now. This just started.
I'm
right?
honestly surprised that I did such a good job as a salesperson because I'm usually not that good. But within an hour, I had enzyme treatment. I had an enzyme treatment approved.
Once you compared somebody's pool to a toilet, you won.
Thank you.
There's nothing left. That's the grossest of the gross that they can envision in their mind. I am swimming in a toilet now.
But
and you said
I'm
enzymes
not wrong.
will prevent that. No, you're not wrong. Enzymes definitely do help.
They do.
Yeah,
and it will help with my filter. It helps with everything. They just, it's, so yeah, anyway, this, and just to point out, like, this pool gets constant use because this is like a very well loved and very well maintained and very nice facility, so I do want the part that I take care of to match the rest of it, and I don't want people to complain about stuff. But so it's very well, it's a lot of old people, so they go they get their daily exercise in the pool, which is great. They get their therapy, like I was telling you the story of the person that was using it. They are handicapped people, use it for therapy, and it's beneficial. There's swim meets in this particular pool. So like
they must have loved you taking the lane lines out then.
Well, that wasn't my idea. And there's still one in there. But anyways, they have like swim practice.
They have to swim to the left.
There's lanes in the bottom of the pool, like there's tile markers.
Yeah, it's not the same anyway.
No.
So you got all these old people in the pool. Some of them are handicapped. So you did them a favor. You enzymed the old people.
I did. Now they can be sweaty and greasy and use all their
Andrea, what's this greasy shit on my side, chef? Thank you so much
all
for
their
pouring
Asper
this in.
cream and their Ben Gay and shit.
My flaky skin comes right off. Look at my toenail, Andrea. Look at my toenail.
Cool. I think that's cool. Well, good for you. And and that's the whole thing. When you're selling, the best place to sell a product is always at the pool, no exceptions. And if you can give them something that they can visualize, because you got to understand, we speak a different language.
She
the
wasn't
words that come out of your mouth.
No, she wasn't understanding.
Oh, you understand the words that come out of my mouth?
Oh my goodness. She was not understanding that the black algae problem was not coming. Like, the black algae was not happening because I wasn't keeping a good enough chlorine level. Or some people think that, not brushing enough causes algae. And I understand that it does prevent it. Like, obviously if you're brushing and you're keeping that clear, it's not going to form, but it's also not going to cause it to grow either.
Algae is so misunderstood.
It really is, especially like black algae, I don't know. I guess they all are understood.
Misunderstood.
That's what I meant.
But it's not what you said. But you are correct. And then you have to find a way that the person can visualize what you're saying. There has to be some common ground. And you comparing their pool to a dirty toilet, that did it for them. They know what a dirty toilet is.
It really did.
They understand how to clean a toilet. They don't understand that brushing alone may not be enough for tiles sometimes. There's a lot of other things like that as well.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to because I've said this before, I can't remember if you left it in or not, but I have said it before where I think that they didn't want to approve the enzymes because I think they thought that it meant that I was trying to just go without cleaning the tile at all, which is not true. But once I explained, it's going to do so much more than just that. It's going to prevent the scum buildup. It's going to make it easier to clean, but it's also going to keep the filter clean, more efficient. It's going to keep all those oils. It's going to break all that down. It's going to allow the chlorine to do its thing when there's 95 people that are 87 in the pool,
95 people that are 87. I just
listen. I have a guy that I have watched snorkel back and forth for a straight hour. This man did not even come up for air one time because he had a snorkel.
Sounds like you really bust your ass at the pool if you have time to watch this old dude snorkel for an hour straight.
I was trying to wait until he got out so I could vacuum, but I had to fucking vacuum around him.
Do you at least cheer him on or something?
I call him Barnacle Boy.
Go.
He's Barnacle Boy. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a SpongeBob reference for all of y'all.
I totally understood that. My kids are your age, but you knew that. Anyway. Dun, 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 dun. I think that's definitely cool that you got them over. I'll tell you what, if your customers,
I'm proud of my sales skills. I really am.
I am, but I want to know what your customers said. If they know where you can get an enzyme that you can add, so nobody ever has to brush the tile ever, I want that shit.
Seriously,
I don't care whose it is. It could be a manufacturer I hate. It could be a manufacturer I love.
Natural chemistry, get on that shit.
Yes, we love them.
Yeah.
Something that we could just pour in so we never have to clean the tile again. That would be freaking phenomenal. That would be huge. I would pay whatever they charged for it. It wouldn't be enough.
I'm sorry. I agree.
That's worth
with you.
giving up. That's worth giving up your firstborn for. Seriously, that is a solution and a half. I wish they would come up with that. So, did you know you watch TV a lot? I know this, right? And you don't really watch regular sitcoms, do you? No, you don't. You watch weird ass shit. Have you ever watched Friends? You watch Friends, right?
Absolutely not. I have never seen one episode.
That is not going to encourage anybody because I came across this, and I don't know how many people know or how much knowledge. Why?
Let me interrupt you because that's my thing. I saw a meme today. It's funny that you bring that up because I saw.
Drink. Oh, and she does.
I saw it's late enough. I saw a meme today that said the cast of Friends is now the age of the youngest Golden Girl when that show was running. So yeah, I love me some Golden Girls. I've seen about every episode of that shit like 25 times.
You are well on your way to being Sophia Petrillo.
Yeah, cross between Sophia and Blanche, maybe.
And Blanche, yeah, I go with that. So,
Aquastar's new pipeline cartridge filters, available in 2 sizes, deliver top-notch hydraulic efficiency along with best-in-class filtration performance, approaching that of DE filters. Uniquely designed open pleat spacing means 100% of the media square footage is usable, and these claims are backed by NSF test results. Designed with a pro's time and comfort in mind, the patented double locking system improves safety and ease of access, making filter cleanings faster than ever before. Available now. Ask your supplier for pipeline filters today.
Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
Pool Magazine is the hottest new publication for the pool and spa industry, featuring up-to-the-minute news on what's happening in the pool world in a fresh new stylized format with our mobile-friendly app. Pool Magazine is the app for keeping your fingers on the pulse of the pool industry. You'll find featured news, editorials, podcasts, videos, and more on the Pool Magazine app. Download on Google Play and the App Store.
So, yeah, that's wherever we were going with that. But
You said you brought up Friends, and I was just saying that I've never seen an episode of Friends.
We went on they have a Friends experience up in New York City. They have them in a couple of different places, but you actually get to go through and tour Monica and Joey's apartments, right across the street from one another, Chandler and all that.
Cool.
And here's the reason I'm bringing it up so the audience doesn't think I've lost my mind. Courtney Cox, before she was an actress, she was a pool girl.
No way.
A legit water testing, leaf scooping, pool selling pool girl.
Are you sure?
In the Florida, I'm positive, in the Florida Panhandle. In fact, that business that she worked at, which was owned by her dad, owned and started by her dad, Cox Pools, which is huge. It's one of the oldest builders in the South. It's been there, gosh, I think since the late 50s.
I've never heard of it.
She worked there before Bruce Springsteen pulled her up on stage.
I don't get that reference. I'm sorry.
And excuse me?
I don't get that reference.
Madame. All right. Wow, I don't even know what to say anymore. You know who Bruce Springsteen is, right?
Well, yeah.
You know who Courtney Cox is?
Absolutely, right? Yeah. What year was it? Because there was a time I wasn't allowed to watch MTV.
1982?
Okay, so I was born in 1983. That was before me.
All right, so you have kind of an excuse. So before, in between cleaning pools and becoming the actress that she is, Courtney Cox was part of a music video for Bruce Springsteen. He pulled her up out of the audience and onto the stage for his song Dancing in the Dark. And it was one of the most popular videos on MTV.
Was that planned, or did he just randomly pull her up?
No, it was planned.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Back then.
No, that's fine.
Back then,
I was
we
just
didn't
wondering.
know. We couldn't tell. How did we know? Right? It was just some girl that he pulled out of the audience. Some cute girl. He gets up on stage. He starts dancing with her. They're singing and she's dancing. And it was actually pretty good. Anyway, so,
that's cool.
But before that, pool girl.
That's insane. I'm going to have to, I don't know, maybe we can get her on the show.
She says she remembers some stuff.
Cool. So she says
she has a saltwater
pool?
No, she says she has a saltwater pool now and she doesn't know anything about saltwater pools.
Oh.
But
technically she does,
doesn't she? That's right, she does. So just because she doesn't touch it, that's why she doesn't know that she knows that she knows. But we know that she knows.
So right? Courtney, if you're listening, come on the show and we can give you a free pool school.
We need Courtney Cox to come on the show because she is a pool girl. So anybody listening, share this episode on whatever social media you're on and tag Courtney Cox. And if we get enough people to tag it, maybe we can get Courtney Cox to come on our show and we can get her to talk about what it was like being a pool girl back in the late 70s, I'm going to guess. Well, she's only she's my age, so it couldn't have really been the 70s. It would have been the 80s and 90s, right, that she was a pool girl. I know Friends was at the beginning, so she wasn't there that old. But let's get her ass on the show.
Let's do it.
Right?
Help us out,
Yeah.
Tag her. Social media has a way of making things happen, so do it.
And if you're not a fan of Friends, just don't tell her. But maybe you're a friend of Scream.
I was just gonna say I've definitely seen the Scream franchise. So
I've seen her in Scream. That's right. So so Courtney Cox. All right, that's all the time we're gonna spend on this. But you know what? Seriously,
cool.
Share this episode on social media, tag Courtney Cox, share it everywhere. Let's get her on the show.
Yeah.
Right?
See if
I
she
think
has a
that's cool.
TikTok and we can add her. Like at
TikTok,
her.
Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Maybe you know Courtney Cox. Maybe you work at
Maybe
Cox
you do
Pools.
her pool.
That's true. So whoever you are out there,
Unless you've signed
help
an
us.
NDA.
Well, you can still talk to her, right?
Yeah,
Unless you're not allowed. Maybe you're not allowed to talk to her. I don't know how that goes.
I don't know.
I mean, I had a couple of celebrity pools when I was doing pool service, and they were just rarely around, if ever at all. I mean, the one guy's sister used to run around topless, but aside from that, they were never around. The sad thing is she looked just like him. We've had
Can
this
you say who it
conversation,
was?
haven't we?
I don't
I can't
think
say
so.
that who it was.
Can't say
Yeah.
what it was. Do you know who John C. McGinley is?
No.
So he was in Platoon, actually, for those of you that are a fan of that movie. He was in
Platoon way back in
Identity.
the 80s day.
Yeah.
So it was Johnny Depp, Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, he was in that movie.
Tom
He was
Berenger.
in a movie. He was in like the Ice Cube, like Are We There Yet movies, I think, recently. He was in those. He's been in a lot of movies. If you saw his he was Dr. Cox in Scrubs.
Is this where we were going?
I cleaned his parents' pool and I met him.
Oh.
So we
Very
were
cool.
talking about celebrities. So there was my celebrity story.
You and he were talking about celebrities. What a great topic.
Me and
Did you bring that up?
We're talking about celebrities.
What did you talk to him about while you were cleaning his pool?
He asked me about his pool, and I was like, "No, but everything's good." He was like, "Oh, great, excellent, thanks." And then we
Okay,
went back
so it
inside.
was really about nothing. So
It
it
was-
was a
I met him,
bullshit
though.
conversation. You weren't talking. He asked you a question.
I didn't say we were talking. I said I met him. I said you and I were talking about celebrities.
Oh, we were.
Because
Well, we were
you
talking about
said-
celebrities who used to be pool people.
Right,
Which
and
I
then
only know of the one. Does anybody
said-
know of anybody else? Are there any other celebrities that used to be pool people, or do we just not care?
Does Jamie Foxx count?
Jamie Foxx count? Well, he just did that movie.
Yeah, I know,
That
that's
movie
what I'm
was pretty
asking.
Badass. Did you watch it?
I started to watch it and then I kind of fell asleep.
Yeah,
and then
great
I watched
movie.
it again. It was pretty good. I was
I
a
liked
little
it.
tired
What
when
was-
I started it.
What's the name of it again?
Day Shift, right?
Day Shift, right? And so he's a pool service guy by day, and at night,
He's a vampire hunter, but I think, well, I don't want to get too much away.
vampire hunter. It was actually pretty cool. It was a little bit corny at some points in time. I saw the movie. I liked it. It was done really, really well. Pool guy, superhero.
I thought it was
I mean,
good,
he didn't have
from what I
superhero powers
remember.
or anything like that, but he was just a regular pool guy who took it upon himself to go out and kill vampires, which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a movie to watch, Jamie Foxx, Day Shift. Who else was in that?
You know what? I did look up a bunch of people because I recognized some people. Snoop Dogg was in it. I remember that.
Snoop Dogg. That's right. Snoop Dogg was the badass.
Yeah. He didn't.
Good
clean
guy,
pools,
badass. Good guy, badass. Yeah. So that was good.
though. Yeah,
So
pretty good.
Snoop Dogg, vampire killer. It was pretty cool, man.
Would have been cool if
kicked
they
the
had a
f-
cameo from Blade or something like that.
You kicked the fishiznit out of them people, yeah. So, all right. So we're a little bit goofy today. Andrea has her black algae problems. Hopefully, now that she's certain that adding enzymes will remedy what she's dealing with. I know there's a lot of people out there shaking their heads saying, you know what, Andrea, you're in the head. There's no way. That's exactly what they're saying. You are.
Yeah, I mean,
f***ed
it's
in the
not that
head.
they're wrong.
There's no, they're not. They're on point. They're saying that there's no way that the enzymes are going to get rid of the black algae.
Oh no, they're not.
But-
it's not going to get rid of the black algae. It's going to fucking help for sure because it's going to break
But
down
can-
all that bullshit that the
Can
algae
enzymes
produce.
kill cyanobacteria?
Can they?
Can
Now you got
they?
me. Oh,
Well, we already know black algae is cyanobacteria, right?
yes.
We got the show, and I'll be speaking over at the Aqua Show on this, and then up at
Plug.
the AOAP thing, but plug. But
Oh, I'm
Yes.
going to go to the. What am I going? I'm going to the Aqua Show.
you
With you.
are, but it's already
Well, not
passed.
with you, but I will be there as well.
But there are enzymes that they do use to kill cyanobacteria.
Really?
So could we use those same enzymes in swimming pools? And if we can, why don't we? Why are we not doing this? I mean, I have my own methods now that work better than anything I've had in the past to treat black algae, but I've not used enzymes, these specific enzymes that I'm referring to, but have our enzyme manufacturers looked at these? Because I'll tell you what, if there's an enzyme company, and that's the whole thing, when you buy enzymes in that bottle, you're not getting just one enzyme, because enzymes are pretty much lock and key, right?
Wait, are enzymes alive? Sorry if that's a dumb question.
It's alive.
No, it's
Okay.
not a living thing, but it's lock and key, right? Enzymes can only break up certain types of gook.
Okay.
So it has to be matched. The enzyme
see.
to the gook, the enzyme to the schmutz. They only take care of things. So in those bottles of enzymes that you get, there's a multitude of different types of enzymes in that concoction. So that way it can handle the majority of things that you see in a swimming pool.
Handle everything. It's like I was telling, like I said earlier, ducks, people, everything.
Why not get the black algae destroying enzymes, the cyanobacteria killers, and put it in with the enzymes we already use? And then when we add that to water, not only does it kill what's there, it prevents it.
So far, we have come up with an idea for a product to virtually eliminate cleaning tile altogether.
Yes.
And also, we are going to develop an enzyme pool treatment to rid ourselves of black algae problems.
Correct. And
Cool.
we also did still come up, I mean, it's been a little bit, but we also came up with the chemical means of lowering cyanuric acid that
Aha.
works.
That is correct.
So we have that also. So a bunch of cool shit going on here at Talking Pools, which is why Courtney Cox should be on the show.
Exactly. Yeah, man. Blazing trails over here on the
Blazing
show.
Trails. Yeah. So if you have any idea, goodness.
Send them to us.
Okay. Send us your ideas. We don't care if they're strange, profound, or profane. Send us your ideas. Say again?
I said, when you said profane, I said, well, I don't know. Let's not get crazy.
And Andrea's direct email address is mi6.
No, it's not.
I wouldn't give your actual regular but you know what? It's easy enough to find. Somebody wants to contact you, they will.
I'm sure they
And
could.
the best way to get a hold of you is at talkingpoolsongmail.com.
Yeah, or, you can find me on Facebook. I'm in all of the groups. Yeah, Gmail, all of it. Oh, no. See, I was about to, end the show. That's what I was going to, tell everybody about all our stuff. And also me and you.
Whatever. So, yeah, so we got a bunch of stuff. That's the whole thing. So let me ask you that. Do you use enzymes? The folks that are out there listening, our listeners, our friends, are we using enzymes in pools? What benefits are you seeing from your use of enzymes? Whose enzymes are you using?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And why did you use them in the first place? What was the reason that you put them in? I mean, the reason you put it in might not necessarily be the benefit you're seeing. You might see something that you didn't even know that it would be helpful with. I want to know what your experience is. I know what my experience is. Andrea knows what her experience is. Nobody knows what the Andrea said. So from having your thoughts, maybe we can actually determine what the industry use of this product actually is. So hit us up, talkingpools@gmail.com. Or if we posted this on social media somewhere, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Hit us up in the
is a scary
comments.
place.
It is.
Yeah. Put your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear your thoughts because what you're doing matters to us.
Absolutely.
That's the important part. I want to know what you're doing, what you got out there that works, how it's benefiting you, how it's helping you to do your job easier, how it's helping to make your pools look cleaner, clearer, safer, how it makes your business more profitable. Man, that's what we're about. We want to be here and be your partner in that if we can, even if it's just a teensy effect that Andrea just left again. I don't know where she is.
Okay, sorry. I'm good.
Sometimes getting you to stay seated during the recording hurts worse than shitting out flaming porcupines.
I'm sorry. I had a minor emergency. I'm okay. Everything's good.
Shitting out flaming porcupines would be an emergency.
That's not what I was doing.
So anyway, that's our show for this week. I'm Rudy Stankwitz. I'm here with my co-host.
I would be Andrea Nanini. That's me.
She would be. No,
Excuse
we love
me.
her to death.
Fortunate for everyone.
Fortunate for everyone, we have Andrea Nanini here. Nanini, so his name sounds like panini, not a panini, because there's no such thing. So like the sandwich.
Yeah.
If you eat food, you should be able to pronounce her name correctly.
It's not hard. And now spelling it is a different story. Saying it is one thing.
I'll give you a run for your money on that one. So, in either case, that's our show for this week. So, if you like the episode, click subscribe if you haven't already. Follow us if you haven't already. Yep. Download episodes.
You know what? Share it.
Share it and tag Courtney Cox in this. We want her on the show. We want to talk about her pool girl days. And then the transition. I mean, when dancing on the stage with Bruce Springsteen, was she still wondering if she left the hose running in somebody's pool? These are the things I want to know.
Definitely a good question.
All right, that's it. Until next time, everybody, we appreciate you.
Yes,
Be
thanks
good,
for listening.
Be safe.
Everybody have a good day.